Good morning, I'm McConaughey. The coronavirus crisis is why people in a stolen car say they tried to make a run for it in West Houston. Police tried to pull that car over with 3 people on Shadowdale and Laurenhurst around 1:45 this morning. The driver took off and then crashed into a drainage ditch. 2 passengers inside that vehicle could not climb their way out, so they had to be rescued by officers. That's when they explained to officers why they ran.
They told me that they didn't want to stop because of the COVID. They thought they were going to go to jail for the COVID being a quarantine violation.
Well, the driver of that stolen vehicle is still on the run. It's not clear if the passengers will be charged here. That's why we are blurring their faces right now. Police say there's been a rash of car burglaries in the Shadow Oaks area of West Houston. A Houston family is making plans to lay their 5-year-old son to rest. Jordan Allen Jr. died after being shot last week while with his family outside of their apartment. ABC 13 reporter Charlie Etsity is live on Richmond Avenue near Dunleavy, or Dunvale, that is. And Charlie, Jordan was making videos when he was shot?
Yeah, that's right, Samika. We spoke exclusively with Jordan's dad. He says that they were outside on their patio making some TikTok videos, and that's when Dad says out of nowhere his son ended up getting struck by a bullet. And right now the shooter still on the loose. So let's get to some video from the scene. This was all happening last Tuesday around 9 o'clock at night. Jordan and his dad were out on their 2nd floor balcony of their apartment, and that's when little Jordan asked his dad for some juice. So Dad went inside to go get him some. That's when Dad says he heard several shots and ran back outside and found his 5-year-old son laying on the ground and wounded from a gunshot wound. Now, according to HPD, their investigators say the shooting happened in the parking lot, and one of those stray bullets is what ended up hitting Jordan. And police also say that they were not the intended targets of that shooting. Dad picked up his son and then managed to flag down an ambulance. Jordan was taken to Texas Children's in very bad shape and was taken off of life support Monday morning. Listen to Jordan's dad talk about the heartbreaking moments after the shooting happened.
There's no word to describe how I feel. Everybody running in the house. Them kids running the house. So I ran to the porch. And then I seen my son laying on the ground holding his head, asking for my help.
All right, so some pretty difficult things to hear coming from this child's father. The plea from the family at this point is if anybody knows anything about the shooting or who may have pulled the trigger, they're urged to contact Houston police. In Southwest Houston, Charlie Etsity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Such a heartbreaking story, Charlie. All right, thank you. Well, the ex-wife of astronaut Anne McClain is now charged with making false statements to authorities. Last year, Summer Warden accused McClain of illegally accessing her bank account while she was on board the International Space Station, making it the first alleged crime in space. Well, after a very lengthy investigation, authorities say the story was all made up. McClain and Warden have been engaged in a custody battle over Warden's son after filing for divorce in October of 2018. Turning now to COVID-19, across our region, there are more than 2,900 cases, including 44 deaths and 386 recoveries. Houston's mayor says a recent spike came from a backlog of tests. And today, Harris County leaders could vote on how to respond to a worst-case scenario. ABC 13 reporter Jeff Ealing is live at Energy Park looking ahead. Jeff?
Good morning, Samika. The county commission is scheduled to vote later today to spend up to $60 million to build and then staff and supply medical facilities, temporary ones, in the parking lot of NRG Stadium. They're actually already building them right now. The commissioners have seen what's happened in other areas when hospitals get overrun. So today they're going to vote on this proposed up to $60 million plan to build these emergency medical facilities. And we do have video of the shelters currently under construction in the orange lot at NRG Stadium. There'll be 3 modules. Each one can hold 250 people. The county's building these facilities before they're needed. It's hoped that local hospitals will not be overrun, that there will be enough capacity to treat everybody who might get sick from coronavirus.
The construction will start right now in the parking lot of NRG. We right now can't build it indoors because, of course, we're still cleaning out from the rodeo. And so that would be a dangerous situation for anybody with respiratory illnesses to be around all of the materials that are necessary for the rodeo. So it's being stood up outside, and
The vote to authorize the up to $60 million will happen later today. County officials hope that the government will eventually reimburse the county for this expense. County leaders say if you continue to social distance, continue to stay at home, these facilities might not be needed at all. Reporting live, Jeff Ealing, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, in times of stress, many people turn to food for comfort. A lot of people have been posting about their, quote, quarantine diet, or lack thereof. But the quarantine does not have to have an effect on your health. ABC 13's Bree Berry joins us now with some simple tips she got from a doctor.
Avoiding the quarantine 15. Well, easier said than done, but it is possible if you follow a few rules. First, create a schedule. Try using an app to keep you on track.
They'll give you alarms when it's time to, say, get up and stretch, or to make a phone call to a friend, or to have lunch. And so writing it down or having an alarm set on your phone will really help.
Dr. Stephanie Campbell suggests following these guidelines while you're at home. Craving something salty and savory? Choose pickles instead of candy. Pickles are low calorie and they'll give you the flavor you're craving. How about craving a crunchy snack? Well, skip the chips. Choose a rice cake with natural or almond butter to add protein instead. Sip smart. Pick flavored water with lemon, lime, cucumber, strawberry instead of soda or juice. Carry a water bottle with you around the house or set an alarm to remind you to stay hydrated. If you're sleeping in, try to still get in a light breakfast. Opt for a smoothie with greens. And don't eat at least an hour before bed, not just for the added calories that will sit on your stomach, but also to eliminate reflux. Now, you don't have to swear off sweets entirely. Sometimes it is okay to find comfort in your favorite food. Just make good decisions and listen to your body.
The food diary, and anytime they go to eat something, I have them put in why. Why are you eating this? Is it because you're bored? Is it because you're nervous? Is it because you need comfort? And then we can start to explore ways to sort of healthier coping mechanisms instead of the food.
And that was Bree Berry reporting there. In Round Rock, Texas, a group of seniors had a very special guest at their bingo game.
We got an I-24, I-24. Oh! Richard Blunt is waving a hammer up high.
Man, if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. Actor Matthew McConaughey and his family joined a group of seniors from the Enclave for a round of virtual bingo. More than a dozen seniors played in all, and you can see lots of smiles all around. I'd be smiling too, Alita.
Oh, yes. big smile.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we've got some fog this morning, and then we're going to turn our attention to the warmth that's expected to unfold here across the area. That dense fog advisory until 8 o'clock, and then as we get into the lunchtime hour, temperatures should be back up into the low 80s, mid-80s this afternoon with maybe a stray shower or two, but really you can see that future track is not showing a strong signal of any sort of widespread rains today, just some hit and miss rain showers. So everybody is going to be feeling the warmth, and today's warmth will take us into the mid-80s. We're going to dodge any sort of records for today, but by tomorrow we're going to challenge some records, at least here in the Houston area. Bush Airport, that 92-degree record set back in 1986. We're going to come very close to that, forecasting a high of 91. Now, there is some relief on the way. We've got a couple of active weather days. In fact, starting on Thursday, those rain chances will be building, especially by the afternoon as our next frontal system comes in. During the next 7 days, we could see some measurable rain, and we still need it. 1 to 2 inches are possible. Here you can see that next front dropping down from the Central Plains and into our area. The widespread rains will start to develop as we get toward the afternoon and evening hours. I'm not ruling out even some strong, even severe thunderstorms isolated in nature to pop up around the Houston area, parts of southeast Texas. The round of storms continue for the weekend. You'll see that rain chance dropping a bit on Friday. Then another weather system blows through. That one's going to usher in our cooling pattern, and that cool down is going to take us into next week. Samika.
All right, thanks so much. We thank you for joining us for the latest COVID-19 updates, as well as all of our weather stories, as well as some uplifting stories. We have them all at ABC13.com, as well as our news app. Join us there and have a great day.